All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Happy week out to football and all the sides and the stretchy pants. And I'm really excited about that. But thank you for joining us before the kind of holidays kick off for the rest of the year. My name is Chantal. I work with Candy at 50 Strong. If you have not come to any EmployerConnect events, welcome. If this is your second, third, fourth time, thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna just drop a poll real quick, just so we can learn.
I did it for you already.
Oh, you did already? Perfect. And then Candy can
You're
shout
muted,
out
ma'am.
any cool things that we see from there. But thank you all for coming. Just an important reminder, you need to have Zoom version 5.3.0 before we get started. And with that, I do want to thank our employers, our employer partners. So Lowe's, Johnson & Johnson, Amazon, Wells Fargo, Tech Systems, Verizon, John Deere, United Health Group, Cushman & Wakefield, and Fiserv. Thank you so much for being here, and we always appreciate your support. Next, transitioning from the service, whether that was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or yesterday, being a military connected job seeker is challenging to try to figure out what you want to do or how to get there or who to talk to. So the whole point of these Employer Connects is for you to get that industry exposure, which is so incredibly important to build those genuine relationships that can then lead to employment outcomes. So thank you for taking this step and utilizing the opportunities available here today. Our employer partners are looking for your skills, right? And many of them, one, have served, two, have resourced military specific pathways for you. So if one's a great fit, fantastic. If one's not, you have plenty of opportunities to get exposed to different pathways with 25 employers that are here today. And then today, in collaboration with Hiring Our Heroes, we have these 25 fantastic employers that are eager to talk to you. So with that said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick and go ahead and introduce some of our employers. Rebecca or Alex, who's going to be representing today for Lowe's?
That will be me.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Medlin. I'm an associate recruiter, military recruiter with Lowe's. I'm also an active duty military spouse located in Arizona and headed to Campbell in the new year. So, yes, Clarksville, for those who are there. So a little bit about Lowe's. You probably see us on the weekends when you're working on your DIY projects or looking for those Christmas decorations that I know everybody's starting to search for. But we have so much more within Lowe's than just our store operation. So we hire pilots. We have a corporate headquarters, just like a lot of companies, anything within HR, nurses. So we have a lot of different opportunities, but also we have skill bridge opportunities within field, corporate, student veteran opportunities if you're looking for internships, as well as our newly launched military spouse fellowship within our stores as well. So lots of opportunities. We'd love to talk to you about them. So come join our breakout room. Me and Alex will be in there. Alex oversees all of our corporate, student veteran, and tech from a military standpoint. So come say hi and we'll give you some more information.
Thank you. I'm digging this digi-camo background you got going on now too. I think that's new. So, all right. Next at Johnson & Johnson, William, are you repping for us today for the Johnson & Johnson team?
Yes, thank you. And how everybody doing? I just want to say that I am a former Army veteran, retired. I actually went through the Skill Bridge program, the Hiring Our Heroes, going into Johnson & Johnson. So we definitely appreciate military spouses and all veterans. I know most people, when they think of Johnson & Johnson, you may think of our consumer products, our consumer brand, but we are much more larger than our consumer products. We are actually the #1 healthcare company globally. I personally didn't think about working in the healthcare when I transitioned to a civilian, but like the military, it is a place where you can help others. So that's why I kind of chose Johnson & Johnson. So definitely come check out the breakout room, regardless if you're into the healthcare space, I do believe we have opportunities that you probably wouldn't even imagine, or that could be a good fit for you. So looking forward to chatting with them.
Thank you so much, William. And I just want to say 60%, according to the poll of you, are here for the first time. So that is awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And then we have about 32% junior enlisted. So shout out to my E4 Mafia. I relate. All right. Next up, we're going to talk to Seth Pearson from Fiserv. Seth, take it away.
Hi, everybody. My name is Seth Peterson, and like Chantel said, I work for Fiserv. Fiserv is probably one of the larger companies out there that you may have never heard of, but I guarantee you deal with this in one way or another. We are a Fortune 500 global technology leader, and we focus in on the movement of money between financial institutions, businesses, consumers. We're primarily a business-to-business solutions company, so that may be why you've never heard of us. But if you're moving money from A to B, you're most likely using our services in one way or another. We are in more than 100 countries, and within the United States, we reach nearly 100% of households. If you use Dunkin' Donuts, Zelle, PayPal, gone into Walmart or any of those big companies, most likely you used a banking service software or a payment software to move your money. So that is how we're involved in it. What we are currently looking for, pretty much everything outside of healthcare is kind of how I like to frame it, right? App development, software development, front end, back end, full stack, big data, infrastructure, your project management, implementations, risk, audit, like you name it, we've pretty much got it. The main areas that we're going to be focusing in on is Nebraska, New Jersey, Wisconsin. However, we do have locations all around the United States. One big thing I do want to highlight, and if you are interested in, please come and see us in the breakout room. We are currently working through a pretty awesome training program. It's a 6-week training program that will begin November 30th. It will be paid for by Fiserv. You'll be able to come to Nebraska, learn how to work at Fiserv, and at the end of those 6 weeks, we're going to offer you a job. So if you're looking for a job right now and you're willing to live in Nebraska or interested in working in Nebraska, please come to our breakout room. We'll talk more about it. And other than that, looking forward to seeing everybody. I'll throw some info in the chat for you. Thanks, Chantel.
Thank you so much, Seth. I appreciate it. And then, Steven, are you talking for us today from Verizon?
Yes. Welcome, everybody. It's always great to be around the campfire with friends. Verizon has been a top military employee in the community for quite some time since we entered into the HOH competition back in 2018. We currently have some open roles to discuss in our room today. So if you want to know what are some of our hot roles, you can also find those roles on the 50 Strong website. Just to remind everybody, you can plug roles on the 50 Strong website to browse through. If you haven't browsed through it yet, might want to give it a look-see. So looking forward to seeing everybody in the room. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right. Next up, who do we have talking for us from Wells Fargo today?
Hello, that's me, John.
Okay, thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned, my name is John Axtell. I am a retired Marine. I've been here at Wells Fargo for 7 years, all of which has been in some form of talent acquisition. And super excited to talk to everybody in the breakout rooms about different programs that we have here at Wells Fargo around military apprenticeship programs, veteran associate programs, even our Triple H program for military spouses. So just a lot of really great things. I'm excited to talk to everybody about when it comes to opportunities and then answer any questions anybody has about transition or Wells Fargo in general. So thank you and excited to talk to everybody.
Awesome. Thanks so much, John. And then we have Barbara from United Health Group.
Hi, Chantel. Thanks, everybody. My name is Barbara Beltram. I am a retired Navy chief, and I'm also a military spouse of a retired Marine. So I get to hit 2 categories there. United Health Group is probably also, like Seth said, one of the largest companies that you haven't heard of in the military medicine community. You don't really need to worry about private health insurance or private health care. But that's really what United Health Group does. We are Fortune 5, and we are the second largest organization that does SkillBridge on the DoD list. So lots of opportunity. We're nationwide. We have vast majority of our SkillBridge and military spouse fellows participate remotely from home across the country. And we have roles that are not just healthcare. In fact, most of our participants are not healthcare providers. So we are looking at the business side of running an organization. However, if you are from military medicine and you are a nurse or a provider, or I was a corpsman, so if you want to stay in that medical administration, medical delivery type roles, we probably have that for you as well. But I will just say to everybody, don't pay too much attention to the industry of who we are. Come and talk to us, because all of these companies, you might think they're not for you, but there's probably going to be something that fits. So I look forward to chatting with anybody and everybody who comes to our breakout room. Thanks, Chantel.
Thanks so much, Barbara. And great call out, right? Don't pigeonhole yourself or opt out of a company just because you think they only have certain roles. So definitely take the opportunity to talk to as many talent leads in these sessions as you can. All right. And then Henry from John Deere, it is your turn, sir.
Hello, everyone. Henry Granados, John Deere Dealer Systems Security Manager. I'm a veteran of the United States Army. I have two children who are currently serving, one in the United States Army and one in the United States Navy. I'm a huge supporter and advocate of the military community, and I get to work with one of the most amazing companies in the world, which is John Deere. You may be aware of us as a manufacturer of agriculture equipment, but we also work in the construction space, road building, forestry, and one area that we are really building huge in is technology. So we have a lot of great opportunities: operations, skilled trades, machining, assembly, engineering. If you name it, we got it. Lawyers, we got them too. So just want to make you aware, we have some great opportunities. Look forward to see you in the breakout room. I'm putting the link here, for you if you want to reach out and fill out a contact card. Just dropped it in the chat. Take a quick moment to fill out the card. You can select either dealership opportunities or opportunities directly with Deere corporate. Would just love the opportunity to tell you about the great opportunities that we have. So I'll look forward to seeing you at the breakout room.
Thank you so much, Henry. I appreciate it. I didn't know lawyers was an option. That's actually very cool. All right. Next up, from a little company named Amazon, we have Elin Weaver repping the Amazon team. Come on down.
Thanks, Chantel. Yeah, hi, everyone. Obviously 50 Strong, thank you so much for having us. My name is Elin Weaver. I am a senior client lead recruiter on Amazon's Military Veterans and Pathways team. I am an active duty Army spouse, which is why this work that 50 Strong and all the companies here does is very near and dear to my heart. But please join me in the Amazon breakout room. Would love to answer any questions that you have about Amazon as a whole, what opportunities we currently have available, or how to approach maybe the transition process and start applying to roles in the civilian world. We are actively recruiting and hiring for several roles, both within our corporate locations, so Seattle, Nashville, or Arlington, as well as some of our field-based roles. So those are a little bit more widespread across the country where we have a building. So please join me in the breakout room. Would love to chat a little bit more.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then Matt from Cushman & Wakefield.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here today. Matt Disher, I'm the Executive Director of Military and Veterans Programs at Cushman & Wakefield. We're a global commercial real estate services firm managing about 5 billion square feet of property around the world. So we work and do work and manage properties in the places where you live, work, and play, from the football stadium down the street to the skyscraper downtown. That's our wheelhouse as an organization. 100 years ago, I left the Marine Corps as a combat engineer. I was an E5, I was a sergeant. With a resume saying that I blow things up and shoot guns. And my own transition was a little bit difficult on the way out. And I think it's driven me and the rest of my team to do really good work with you all who are looking for your next steps post-military, whether you're a military spouse or looking for SkillBridge or full-time employment. We've got it here. And if we don't have it here, then a lot of these other companies that are represented on this call are friends of ours, or in some cases, clients of ours. So some of the most popular businesses in the United States are companies that we're doing work with as a business as well. I'm going to go ahead and drop my contact information here in the chat right now. Yeah, please join us in our breakout room. Happy to chat. We've got opportunities from engineering to property administration, property management, construction, project management, things like that. Drop in and make sure you watch the Bengals win against the Ravens tonight.
Awesome, thank you. All right, and then I am going to pass it over to Candy for another intro.
I love it. Hey, y'all, we are at the 16-minute mark. And if you are part of the 60% joining us for the first time, I'm Candy Tillman. It's so great to meet you. And we are so happy that you're here with us. As you may have noticed, this runs fast and we do it on purpose because this entire meeting is less than 2 hours. And we want to give you a full hour to talk directly to each of these employers. Matt Disher, whom you just heard from, we asked him to share any words of wisdom with the other employers that were on before we let everybody in. And one of the things he said is that this is really about providing, it's really about industry partners, employers providing insight for folks that are going through military transition, right? And I think that's such an important thing. You've heard from 10 awesome companies, but Chantel, do you mind to pull back up the flyer real quick so I can introduce Sierra? What we really hope that you do is use this as a time to explore in an easy way with lots of employers. I also want to just mention, please check your name that's listed as a participant. We have been Zoom bombed a couple of times, and so I'm really cautious about that. If you are showing as a funny name or not as your first and last name, please go ahead and change that now, because we will have to remove anybody that has a questionable name here from the meeting. But again, I just wanted to say to all the companies that you see listed here, you're going to have a full hour and you will get to talk to any of these companies that you want. Some of these are large, you may have heard of them, some of them are small, and we thank them for being here with us. Up at the top, today's 50 Strong Employer Connect is shared in collaboration with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation Hiring Our Heroes program. We are always looking for ways to support the military community through various organizations. And many of our employer partners also work with Hiring Our Heroes. So we wanted to give Sierra an opportunity to say hello to everybody. Sierra, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you and the Hiring Our Heroes team. I just was at the gala in celebration of Hiring Our Heroes efforts in DC last night, a wonderful event. And Sierra, we're so happy to have you here with us today. The floor is yours for a couple minutes.
Hey, thank you, Candy, and thank you to the 50 Strong team for having me. I'm always jealous of those that get to go to the gala because it is such an amazing event. So maybe next year I'll go. But thank you again. I'm so excited to be here. Sierra Schaefer. I'm the Senior Deputy Director of the Corporate Fellowship Program. I'm also an Air Force veteran and an Air Force military spouse. So I speak all things Air Force. Some of you might know Hiring Our Heroes was created in 2011 when veteran unemployment rate was triple the national average. So through the collective commitments of the vast networks of companies and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation, we're able to support the military community. And over the last decade, to actually happy to report that veteran unemployment is now lower than the national average, the civilian counterparts. And the Hiring Our Heroes team is dedicated to help service members and their families find meaningful careers through various fellowship and learning programs. We support transitioning service members through the Skill Bridge opportunities, as well as fellowship programs for our military spouses, the caregivers, and veterans. So fun stats as I close out for 2023, we've supported over 2,400 service members in fellowship placements with 700 companies and maintain an 85% job offer rate through the Skill Bridge programs. So really proud of those stats. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we have an amazing events team so we go around the country supporting employment efforts through our career summits and our hiring events. So thank you again to the 50 Strong team. It's hard to talk about HOH in like 2 minutes, but thank you guys for having me. It is awesome to see so many organizations supporting our military community. Unfortunately, I can't do a breakout room, but I will put our website in the chat for everyone if you guys want to learn more. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thanks. And thank you for everyone for being here. All right, now we are going to get started on the fun stuff, but I need to go over a few things before we get started. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so obviously we're here today to talk to these 25 different companies, which is fantastic. But a couple things that I want to go over. We'll have breakout rooms open after this part, right? For employers, please make sure you stay in your breakout rooms after they're open. We'll send out 15-minute reminders. That way, if you want to go to multiple rooms, you can, or for employers that want to route through a presentation, you know how much time you have. Make sure that job seekers follow up. Make sure you screenshot, take all that information down that you need. Just a friendly reminder, this event is specifically for participating employers and job seekers. So please no pitching, business to business, sales, anything like that, or you'll be removed. All right. 3 incredible tools that I want to talk about before we open the breakout rooms is one, our 50 Strong employment pathways, right? So on our website, and we're going to drop the links in the chat, we have a list of all of the employer participants that have provided information in terms of how to contact them, the pathways that they have available within their business, certain roles they're hiring for, key locations, all those things are located on our employment pathways page. So if you're not sure which breakout room you want to go into, that's a great way to kind of start and peruse the types of opportunities that you might be interested in before you go in there. And you can access that at any time, okay? And then we are always actively working on our website. So you might see some dates on there that might not be accurate. Just know that the information is, so you can ignore any dates that are in there. All right. Second, military affiliated students. So if you are a student veteran, if you're active duty and you're going to school, if you're a military spouse that's going to school, we have 200 roughly opportunities listed on our military affiliated student page. So that's direct full-time positions for new grads, there's summer internships, even fall internships. So please make sure to check those out. And that is also going to be on our website. And a lot of the employers present here have these. And then for all of our transitioning service members, active duty, you have access to 24/7 to almost 6,000 SkillBridge listings. Personally, we've updated about 1,400 of those in the last 48 hours. So they're constantly getting updated. And you can check by city and state. So filter that to determine, hey, what location is going to work best for me. And it's a great tool, and I definitely encourage you to utilize it. All right. So before we go into the breakout rooms, if you're not sure how, there is a breakout rooms button on your bottom screen, or 3 little buttons that say more, when you can pick which room you want to go into. Like I said, if you have any issues, you can stay in the main room with us and we can kind of help you or manually move you if needed. So you could drop your name, the room that you're in, if you're trying to, go to a different breakout room, and the room that you want to move into. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're extremely confused, I feel that way a lot. So you can just stay in the main breakout room, and then we'll help move you manually. Okay. All right. So with that said, we are going to open up the breakout rooms and talk to as many employers as you can, and stay in here if you have any questions or you need help.
Breakout rooms are now open.
Awesome. Thank you, Candy.
Love it. All right, Chantel, I'm going to pause the recording.
Thank you. All right, so people will slowly but surely coming back in from the breakout rooms. So a couple of reminders. One, thank you for coming. We heard a lot of awesome feedback, and it was really cool to kind of just hear directly from you as you were going in between your breakout rooms. With that said, follow up with who you spoke with today. The ball is in your court now, right? So you started building the relationships, you started meeting people, you learned about their opportunities. Now you need to follow through. Everybody that you talk to, find them on LinkedIn. Make sure if you were given an email address, an intake form, that you are following through with that, right? Fresher, the newer, like that's always going to be remembered first, right? So stay on top of that. Make sure to join us anytime. We have upcoming events in December, and we also consistently share our employer partner events on our website. So make sure to follow us on LinkedIn if you haven't yet. And then a couple things, if you want to share some new things that you learned today, maybe a new pathway you found out about, your story about joining 50 Strong and the companies that you talked to, make sure to tag the company who you talked to and 50 Strong, and you will be in the running for a buttery soft 50 Strong t-shirt. Comes in multiple colors. And so just make sure to tag us on LinkedIn so we can do that. And then lastly, definitely take 20 seconds if you can to fill out our post-event survey, because we do really value your feedback. But ultimately, I just want to say, we all want to say a big, big thank you for coming and, you know, learning from all the different companies that were here today, and keeping your mind open about positions you might not have even thought about. And we really hope to see you next time. Candy, you want to say anything?
I'll just double down, y'all. We don't want to be a bottleneck, right? We are a super small team. We never want to be a bottleneck, and we want you to be engaging with the employer. So hopefully they all shared exactly what to do next. And please certainly follow up to Chantel's point so that we, again, we simply just don't want to be a bottleneck. And I, again, want to say thank you to all of our employer partners that are collaborating with us. To our new employer partners, hey, y'all, to my friends at Tractor Supply, I got connected to Tractor Supply through HCA Healthcare. And we just heard that somebody came because they heard about this event because of the Tractor Supply team. So we appreciate everybody's collaboration on the employer side for sure. And thank you all for being so cooperative, and you have the jobs, right? So that's the goal. Did any other employer partners have swag giveaways for today?
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah, let's see. So I will double down on Chantal's offer of the shirts and the swag, and I'll throw in another one, that the best post that I see out on LinkedIn that tags the companies and 50 Strong and Candy and Chantal and everybody else that you spoke with. I'm going to throw in a Yeti or an Arctic cooler, something that might hold a 12-pack of juice boxes or sodas if you take them to the beach. And I've done this before, so there's a bunch of people floating around on LinkedIn that have these in their possession. So I'll throw in one of those too. Somebody just wrote in the comments, I hear it holds crayons. It does. It's delicious crayons. Delicious 12 packs of crayons. So I'll throw that in there as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. So yeah, t-shirts and Yeti. So get cracking on LinkedIn. And look forward to connecting with all of you and seeing you next time. So
all right,
related to the Marines. Yes.
Thank you all so much. We always love seeing you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Candy.
Thanks.
Appreciate
Bye.
it.
Take care, everyone.